Every night, you crawl into a soft bed and close your eyes. You willingly induce a state of absolute, total paralysis. In the unforgiving prehistoric wild, this was a massive risk, lying unconscious in the dark for 8 consecutive hours. It should have been a guaranteed extinction event for humanity. It is the equivalent of hanging a neon sign saying free meal. Yet, every human spends a third of their life mimicking a corpse. But your brain doesn't completely trust this nightly shutdown. That sudden, violent jerk you feel right before drifting off. The terrifying sensation of plummeting from a great height. That is certainly not a normal dream. It is a ghost from 300,000 years ago, screaming at you to wake up because the branch is snapping. Today, we descend into the terrifying biology of human sleep, exposing the chemical straitjackets and evolutionary glitches, and the nightly hallucinations proving your bed is a simulator. A prehistoric survival simulator, to be exact. Entering level 1 of this biological nocturnal underworld, we must confront the reality of what happens during REM sleep. You believe you are resting peacefully, but you are not. Chemically, your brain is forcefully hijacking your spinal cord. To enter the dream state, your brainstem releases neurotransmitters, specifically GABA and glycine, acting as a biological kill switch. They sever the motor neurons, connecting your brain to your muscles. You are not relaxed. You are clinically paralyzed from the neck down. Why does your body turn you into a temporary quadriplegic? Because your dreams are intensely vivid and physiologically real. If you weren't locked in a chemical straitjacket, you would physically act out your crazy dreams. You would run into walls and smash through windows, violently attacking your partner while fighting imaginary predators. The paralysis is an extreme, desperate safety measure. Evolution determined your dreaming brain was a massive physical threat. It had to invent a biological prison cell just to keep you alive. Plunging into level 2, we uncover agonizing psychological terror. It occurs when this chemical kill switch completely glitches, a phenomenon universally known and feared as sleep paralysis. Sometimes, your conscious mind wakes up a few seconds early, before the brainstem remembers to turn the motor neurons back on. You open your eyes, completely aware of your dark surroundings. But you are trapped inside a dead, completely unresponsive meat suit, because your brain is still stuck in the REM sleep cycle. It begins projecting your wildest, darkest nightmares into physical space, projecting them directly into your actual bedroom. This is why almost every culture has a mythological creature, an old hag, a shadow person, or a terrifying demon that sits on your chest and violently crushes your lungs. You are not being attacked by the supernatural at all. You are experiencing a horrific software crash in your brain. Your conscious reality aggressively collides with your dreaming software, creating an inescapable open-eye hallucination in the dark, while your physical body absolutely refuses to obey your commands. It is exactly like being buried alive inside your own skull, forced to watch a VR horror movie where you cannot even blink. As we descend to level 3, the illusion of peaceful rest shatters, shattered by the true, violent evolutionary purpose of dreaming. We have spent centuries romanticizing dreams as mystical messages, or viewing them as deep, profound psychological revelations. But modern neuroscientists propose a much darker, practical concept. It is called the threat simulation theory. Your brain is not painting pretty pictures to merely entertain you. It is aggressively running a highly sophisticated combat simulator. Why are our most memorable dreams usually terrifying nightmares? Nightmares about falling, being chased by monsters, or brutal combat. Because hundreds of thousands of years ago, in the jungle, if a tiger ambushed you and you hadn't practiced escaping, you died. Dreams are an ancient, zero-consequence training ground. Your brain deliberately generates terrifying, life-or-death scenarios, while you are safely paralyzed in the dark of your cave, forcing your neural pathways to practice survival tactics. Threat recognition and extreme stress management are practiced. You are not dreaming. You are participating in a military drill, a mandatory biological drill engineered by your prehistoric ancestors. The final bedrock of this nightly purgatory exposes a gruesome reality. Level 4 is what happens when the biological straitjacket permanently breaks. REM sleep behavior disorder is a truly terrifying neurological condition. The brainstem completely fails to paralyze the body during the dream cycle. Patients suffering from this literally live out their nightmares. They live them out in the physical world, blind to surroundings. The real-world results of this are completely devastating. Men have awoken to find they have nearly strangled their partners, entirely convinced they were fighting off a home invader in a dream. People have dove headfirst into hard, concrete floors, shattered glass windows, and broken their own bones trying to escape. Trying to escape invisible demons that only exist in their cortex. It proves a chilling, undeniable truth about human nature. The barrier between civilized rest and violent, uncontrollable chaos. It is dictated entirely by a microscopic drop of chemicals. A drop of chemicals located in the back of your neck. We tuck ourselves into bed, turn off the lights, and seek escape, viewing sleep as a gentle, restorative escape from waking reality. We assume our minds go to a safe, quiet place when we close our eyes. But the absolute truth is that your body never truly rests. Every time you drift off, you are entering a paralyzed combat zone. A combat zone haunted by ancient survival instincts and chemical chains. Next time you wake up covered in sweat from a nightmare, do not simply dismiss it as just a bad dream. Respect it for what it truly is. A highly successful survival simulation, deeply encoded in your DNA, relentlessly ensuring you are ready. Ready to fight the monsters when the sun finally comes up.